Hey guys, so I want to do a quick little benchmark speed test here between the Galaxy J5 and some of its alternative handsets in the 5-inch category from Samsung. Obviously we do have here the Galaxy Grand Prime on the left, which seems to have a screen issue here. Not done anything to it, it just seems to have formed by itself. I don't think it's got the best display on this handset. Also we do have the A5, very nice premium handset here, very similar actually to the J5 in pretty much every aspect except for it's built very premium obviously. And also we do have the S6 Edge here just to provide perspective really. The Edge is obviously going to be ahead when it comes to the power, but interesting to see if these others can keep up when it comes to some of the other benchmarks that we're going to run. So we can just start off here booting them all up at the same time so we can get a good test going. 3, 2, 1, let's go. My money is on the Edge, of course. And I wasn't mistaken. Wow, the J5 came up second there, which isn't too bad. So the J5, as you can see, very nice boot up here. It beats the Grand Prime and the A5 as well. These three all have the same specs as well, I think, except for the RAM. I think this has 1 gig of RAM, 1.5 gigs and 2 gigs versus the 3 gigs of RAM over on the right. So we can just run some benchmarks here and see what they perform like. So we do have Antutu on all of them. So we're going to run through this quite quick so to not make the video go on for too long, and we can just start them off here. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So as I said, I'm just going to fast forward the video a little bit here till we get to the midway point. So we are coming to the midway point here, and it looks like the S6 is being really lazy here, but I think it's because it's doing like the 64-bit version of it, and these ones obviously doing the 32-bit versions. And you can see that basically the A5 and the J5 seem to be neck and neck here, which is quite nice. The Grand Prime's fallen behind a little bit compared to the other two. Grand Prime obviously is on KitKat, do bear that in mind. Don't know when Samsung's updating the device. It should be, you know, at least updated to Lollipop at the end of the day. And so it looks like the J5 and the A5 are really going for it here. They're at each other's throats, and very laggy when it comes to the graphics, as to be expected. And on the screen it's saying about 5 frames per second, so if you're looking for gaming, then probably you better look towards the Zenfone or something like that, or a Malai phone. And I think the S6 Edge is catching up here. Just look how beautiful it is in terms of the frame rate. No nonsense there. Grand Prime, you know, it's limping behind the finish line here. Definitely think it could do with a dose of Lollipop. The specs are very similar. And we do have a result here. We do have, whoa, the Grand Prime's giving up the goose here. So I didn't even get to finish on the Grand Prime, but on the J5 we're getting 21,469, which is just below the A5 of 22,281. So not the highest scores there, but you know, very serviceable nevertheless. 65,000 here on the edge, which completely blows everything else away. And not sure what happened with the Grand Prime. You know, the Grand Prime just kind of fell over at the end there. Maybe it needs some TLC or something. The screen falling apart and it can't even do Antutu, who knows. But basically we can try a different benchmark now. And we can try, what else do we have? The speed test. A lot of people obviously interested to see how the speed is on the Wi-Fi. And does it support 5G? Can't remember. No, so it's only on 2G, which is a bit of a shame. I think the A5 does. So you get 5G there, and the Grand Prime, so 2G on that, and I know that the S6 Edge will support 5G, so we can just start off here with the Grand Prime, and I think it's actually on the right one. Yes, it is. So quite a boring score there with the Grand Prime, nothing special really. Even for 2G I would expect about 70 to 80. And the A5, wow, that's a lot better. So you got your 5G speed there, very nice. And the upload, even that's a little bit faster, you can see up to 14. And we do have the Edge. You should win here. Whoa, no messing around. So yes, you can see there, but is it worth like triple the price of the J5? We'll see. What can the J5 pull out of its hat? Hopefully the J5 can do quite well here. Ooh, J5. Come on, you got to beat the Prime. No! You see, here I was singing its praises and it can't beat the Prime. It's still an awesome phone though, you know, at the end of the day Wi-Fi speed of 50 is enough for most people. So, you know, I'm not a huge, not going to hugely criticise it there, but quite interesting results nevertheless. And finally, we can just do a quick little GPS on all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think the GPS is on all of them. And lots of life here from the J5 and the Grand Prime, which is nice. Accuracy is a bit off on the S6, and the A5 is really struggling here. Double check this, so you can see it's on high accuracy. But it's good that you're getting a fix here with the J5, very nice and quick. And the S6 is still very inaccurate, up to 79 there, not very good at all here. So I think the Prime and the J5 actually beat the S6 here, which is very interesting. More in use as well, more in view. A5 can't be bothered and has probably called it for the night. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there then. Quite interesting results you can see from the Antutu. The J5 comes just behind the A5. The Grand Prime couldn't be bothered. The S6 Edge, you know, just did it with style really. For the Wi-Fi, the J5 not very good there, to be honest. A bit of a shame really. Couldn't pass the Grand Prime. And for the GPS though, things did look up. You could see very quick lock there, even better than the S6 Edge, which is good. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.